In 8 days, our country will have a new president, and the transition process is well underway. Former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani has a job in the incoming Trump administration. The president-elect's transition team announced Giuliani will help on cybersecurity issues facing the private sector. The former mayor is CEO of an international security consulting firm. After Trump takes office, he plans to meet with corporate executives about their shared security challenges. Giuliani had been considered for several cabinet-level positions, including Secretary of State, but eventually he pulled himself out of that race. Former presidential candidate Ben Carson spent the day on Capitol Hill for his confirmation hearing. The retired neurosurgeon appeared before the Senate Banking Committee as Donald Trump's choice to run the Department of Housing and Urban Development. Some are concerned he lacks the experience to run HUD. Carson says he wants to break the cycle of dependency.
What has happened too often is that people who seemingly mean well have promoted things that do not encourage the development of innate talent in people. And hence we have generation after generation of people living in dependent situations. It's not that they're bad people. Is that this is what they've been given.
Carson accepted the housing position after turning down Donald Trump's offer to run the Health and Human Services Department. Kansas Congressman Michael Pompeo is Trump's nominee for director of the CIA. He was questioned today by the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence. Pompeo was asked about the unverified reports linking the Trump campaign with Russia and whether he would look into them.
I share your view that these are unsubstantiated allegations.
I emphasize that.
I understand. I want to make sure that is.
These are very serious allegations.
Look, there are a number of very serious things that have taken place. The leaks that occurred as well, I consider to be intensely serious too. And I think Director Clapper's statement from last night or this morning about his concern about these leaks is worthy as well. But to your question more directly, I promise I will pursue the facts wherever they take us. The Central Intelligence Agency has that as one of its singular functions, and you have my commitment that I'll do that.
Mr. Pompeo also said he believes Russian meddling in the president election was an aggressive action taken by senior Russian leaders. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer says he will vote against President-elect Donald Trump's nominee for U.S. Attorney General. Schumer says he's not confident in Senator Jeff Sessions' ability to be a defender of the rights of all Americans or to serve as an independent check on the incoming administration. The New York Democrat says he's also concerned by Sessions' view on immigration. Sessions' two-day confirmation hearing wrapped up yesterday. The Republican-controlled House is closing in on its first step toward getting rid of the Affordable Care Act. Lawmakers will vote tomorrow on a budget measure that cleared the Republican-controlled Senate earlier today. President-elect Donald Trump says a replacement plan will be offered once his nominee for Health and Human Services is confirmed. The president-elect won't need to tweet during his inauguration next week. That's because Twitter plans to live stream the event. They say it will allow more Americans to experience the inauguration and join in on the discussion surrounding it. The live broadcast will include the swearing in of Donald Trump and Vice President Mike Pence, as well as the inaugural address and parade.
Weather around the Quad Cities is getting a little cold out there, but it is dry, and we'll stretch it out a little bit before that ice arrives for, I would say, most of our hometowns. We'll show you how all that ice is going to be progressing going into the weekend right after the break here on News 8 at 9.